Jesus, we have personal responsibility to answer His calling. We have personal responsibility that when He comes and He comes to get us, that we be sure that we get under His wing and follow Him all the days of our life. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Ultra. Today we're actually skipped a couple of chapters. We skipped chapters 20 and even some of 30. So we're going to be picking up today in Ezekiel chapter 30 through 35. So if you haven't read that yet, maybe go back, pause this video, go back and read that. And once again, I'll leave a link in the description box as the last couple of videos where we can see, hey, this is the chapter that I need to read, this is the chapters, and then we'll look and see what the next couple of chapters that are coming. But like I said at the beginning of this video, what we want to dive into is probably something you never thought we would be finding in these random 5 chapters, but that is it we who seek Jesus or is it Jesus who seeks us? That's a huge debate that's been going on in the church for years. Are we predestined to follow Christ or do we have free will to follow Christ? And we want to tackle that. And I know we probably can't tackle the world's longest debate in 5 minutes, but I do think Ezekiel can speak into that for us. So Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 11, and it's going to be this idea that God is about to be the shepherd. He's about to be the good shepherd, and even that's what Jesus calls Himself, referring back to this exact reference in the Old Testament that Jesus is the good shepherd. This is where that idea or that imagery would have come from. Verse 11. So Ezekiel 34 verse 11. Here's what it says. He says, "For this is what the sovereign Lord says, I myself will search and find the sheep. I will be like a shepherd looking for the scattered flock. I will find my sheep. I will rescue them. I will bring them back home from their weary land. I will feed them on the mountains. I will give them good pasture lands on the hills. I myself will tend my sheep and give them a place to lie down. Yes, I will search for my lost ones who have strayed away. I will bring them safely home again. I will bandage their injuries and strengthen the weak. But yet I will destroy those who are fat and powerful. I will feed them. Yes, I will feed them justice." And so what we see there is it's I. Now remember, this is the Lord talking. He's saying, I'm going to go back and find the lost ones. I'm going to go back and help the weak. I'm going to go back and do all these things. So to my question, is it we who accept Jesus or is it Jesus who comes after us? I think first and foremost, we have to understand that it is Jesus who comes after us. He is the good shepherd. He is the one who laid His life down. He is the one that came and found us in the mud. He is the one who got us out of our sin. He is the one who rescues. He is the one who pursued us. And I don't want to mince words or try to get lost in any kind of nuance of you're in the Old Testament, what about the New Testament? No, I want to stay right here in the text. It's Jesus, it's the shepherd, it's the Lord Himself who is speaking that is going to come and rescue. So that's number one. Number two, you say, well, because it's the Lord, does that renegade the responsibility off me and onto somebody else? And the answer to that is still no. Because we have personal responsibility to follow Jesus. We have personal responsibility to answer His calling. We have personal responsibility that when He comes and He comes to get us, that we be sure that we get under His wing and follow Him all the days of our life. Now, He says that I will be faithful to follow. I will be faithful to keep you. I will be faithful in this. I will not leave you. So yes, we do have even His protection in helping us follow and keeping us and all those things. But when we look at it from a broad perspective of Ezekiel chapter 34, we are confident that it is Jesus who gave His life first. It is Jesus who stepped down. It was Jesus who came and got us. It wasn't our clever plans or where we were born or the family that we were born to. It was nothing like that. It was that Jesus said, I choose you, I'm coming after you, and there's not anybody that can stop me. In the same sense, that doesn't neglect our own personal I would almost say dependability, but it's not dependability, because sometimes that we let ourselves down sometimes. But it's a weight, not a weight, because he says that his burden is light. But it is something that's placed on our shoulders that, hey, you have to walk with this thing. You have to follow Christ. It's a responsibility that we were all called into. Hey, follow Christ. Hey, read your Bible. Hey, pray. And those aren't, all it takes to be a Christian. Absolutely not. But those are some steps in the right direction of learning how to follow Christ, is by doing those things. I think you'll be well on your way. So, is it Christ? Absolutely. Do we still have personal responsibility? Yes, absolutely. Both are true, I believe, at the same time. So that's what we got out of today's chapter. We're going to the next 5 chapters, is Ezekiel 36 through 40 tomorrow, and I'm super excited, and I will see y'all then. Peace.